There has been a lot of recent media attention given to halal meat being sold in Britain without clear labelling for the public. This has led to a lot of public discussion in the newspapers, on the news, and on social networking sites and other media platforms, and there's been discussion both for and against halal meat. In this short video, I would like to present a mainstream Muslim view on these issues. The main issue being portrayed in the media with regard to halal slaughter is that of animal welfare. I would like to start by telling you that Islam has always been at the forefront in ensuring kind and merciful treatment of animals, both during their life and at the time of their death. After all, who could better understand the needs of animals than their creator? Allah is the one true God who created the universe and everything within it. Out of His abundant mercy, He sent prophets and messengers to teach us the best way to live on earth. And the last and final messenger He sent was Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And Allah said about him in the Quran, which is the holy book of Muslims, what is translated as, "And we have not sent to you, O Muhammad, except as a mercy for all the worlds." Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was the embodiment of mercy. He showed compassion to all things around him, and he also treated the environment and animals with respect and mercy. His example reminds us of our responsibility to treat animals with kindness and mercy. There are many teachings of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, which discuss good treatment of the environment, including water conservation, preservation of trees and plants, and kind treatment of animals. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, spoke out against cruelty to animals, mistreatment of animals, and even killing animals for sport. As regards the slaughter of animals for food, he said, what is translated as, "Verily Allah has prescribed excellence in all things. Thus if you kill, kill in a kind manner. If you slaughter, slaughter in a kind manner. Each of you should sharpen his blade and spare suffering to the animal he is slaughtering." Now I hope that gives you some idea about the Islamic perspective on treatment of animals. The problem really lies in misinformation about halal meat and the Islamic method of slaughter. Unfortunately, some groups are trying to portray that halal slaughter method is barbaric and cruel to animals when this is simply not true. The halal slaughter method is very similar to the Jewish kashrut method of slaughter. This method consists of a swift, deep incision with a sharp knife on the throat, cutting both jugular veins and carotid arteries on both sides and leaving the spinal cord intact. By leaving the spinal cord intact, the animal's heart continues to pump the blood out of the body through the great vessels. And the objective of this technique is to allow effective drainage of blood from the body, resulting in more, cleaner meat. We all know that blood is a good medium for growth and transport of bacteria, viruses, and other microorganisms that are harmful for us. And that is why good drainage of blood from the body allows for the meat to be cleaner and more healthy and to remain fresher for longer. But what about the animal? How does ritual slaughter affect the animal, and is it cruel? The answer is that this method of slaughter is kind, humane, and in keeping with the natural disposition of the animal. When the slaughterer is about to perform the slaughter, he must ensure that the animal is alive and healthy and its heart is beating. He then recites the phrase, Bismillah Allahu Akbar, which is Arabic for, in the name of Allah the Greatest. This reminds the slaughterer that he is only performing this slaughter in the name of God, and it reminds him to be God conscious, and of the rules that apply in relationship to good and proper treatment of animals. The objections raised by some groups about the halal slaughter method being unkind to animals really are baseless, and I think you can see that now. After all, other methods are certainly not pain-free. Can you imagine the other proposed methods being pain-free, such as having a metal bolt fired into your brain, or having a lethal electric shock, or being gassed to death? Nobody can objectively measure the level of pain felt by the animal at the time of its slaughter, and as Muslims we believe the halal method prescribed by Allah is the kindest to the animal and the most beneficial to everyone. I hope this short video has helped you to understand what halal meat entails and the benefits to both the animal and the consumer. I hope I have dispelled some of the myths attributed to the halal slaughter method. I strongly encourage you all to view the following video demonstrating halal slaughter at its best, to really allow you to understand and see for yourself the benefits of halal slaughter upon the animals.